Okay,
Good morning. We'll start the operations committee meeting for April 9th. I'll call this meeting in order. Any pecuniary interest?
None.
None here. No delegations. Prior minutes were circulated and approved at council last month. Ongoing tasks.
there's a bunch of stuff that was completed. So the line painting will work on this summer with, in conjunction with construction project on St. Clair.
So that's for Louisa Street, you mean?
Yeah, and
So you're gonna have them
others,
do it, or
and
Sarnia
others.
do it for us?
Don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't know.
So they
Well-
need to let Sarnia know
Okay,
at some point, right?
The line painting was also to include stop bars,
Yeah.
crosswalks, just generally pavement markings all over the village.
Yeah, but stop bars and stuff, crosswalk that we can do.
Yeah,
The line painting on Louisa Street that Jim and I discussed is.
Yep.
Needs the truck.
with the truck, yeah.
Yeah.
The county did Michigan, is my,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they did.
They
They
did,
might
yeah.
have done Michigan when they did it, but I don't believe they do it for us.
right, not anymore.
I know in the past we've contracted Sarnia every year to do it.
Mhm.
so the arena rates is dealt with. Steve, you've found someone to do the playground inspections, correct?
Which should be starting today.
Perfect. The umbrella insurance for the arena and parks is gonna be put in place like very, very soon. And then the contact with BM Ross is completed. The recycling fees, we haven't heard anything about that.
Right.
Um,
I'm so sure if that's good news or not. Yeah.
so Tim, I need a contact from you for
Blue Water
the trails, yeah.
Okay, I'll
See who to reach out to there.
ask about it.
So I see it says, if I may, contact Blue Water Trails about educational campaign for residents. And is there consideration for us to allow them on our trails? E-bikes?
I would say
We didn't really.
like they're banned,
Mhm.
but as long as people aren't, if somebody comes in and they're just riding their bike like a normal
Yeah,
bicycles, we're not gonna give them, it's if they start if they go
Right.
too fast and they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, then we'll get the OBP to do some enforcement, but,
so it makes you wonder, like we talk about education, should we be adding additional signs on our trail about proper,
Blue Water Trails doing that.
are they?
Yeah,
But I know Sarnia is allowing them, you
Yes.
technically don't allow them, so,
and they're only allowing the electric assist,
right,
not full electrics,
okay,
okay?
Yep.
Now, how you can tell the difference on that, like.
yeah.
You know,
that's pedals is what.
Yeah, pedals
Yeah.
and that. So, I don't know, I'll reach out.
Okay,
I'll have Jim reach out. I'll get a contact, because I know Anne Marie Gillis mentioned it at the city meeting. Yesterday,
yeah,
because she's on the trails committee.
Yep.
That they're looking at signage and
oh,
all
okay,
that for. a
But
bunch
it's
of different
electric
stuff.
only with pedal assist, because there is gas only with
Yes.
pedal assist, so.
yeah,
Electric only. So
Okay.
we've got, ours said no motorized, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's anything with motor. That's what they've settled on. We'll get some more information on that.
yeah, I don't know exactly what we're gonna be educating people on yet at this point, but
Yeah,
working with the Trails Committee to see what they have
and
available.
they haven't forwarded anything to Lambton County Trails.
Okay,
We haven't got, because this just came up, this was a hot topic last month when I brought it up. The Blue Water Trails rep was there, so we had a discussion about it. Okay. So that's the task was completed.
yeah,
Move on.
Yep.
Okay, health and safety, I don't see anything on health and safety here.
correct.
Okay,
and that was at our last one too, it's not been done,
So
because they're in
people
mesh,
that thought they were doing them thought they only had to do their department.
right?
And they did it as like they just did a mock one
right?
and they thought everybody was doing their own, so. Usually it's a management rep and a worker rep go around and do all the locations, and there was a misunderstanding of who was
Okay.
responsible to do it, so it just,
Okay,
So that's been clarified?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very important. Okay, new business, Arena monthly report.
Yes.
Mr. Lucas.
Sure. Morning, everyone.
morning.
This is the Arena monthly report for March. At the end of the month, Frank got us going by going to Olympia to get some blades sharpened to get us through the remainder of the season. Ainsworth Technical in for a follow-up inspection on boiler number 1. The manufacturer of the boiler is also looking to do a follow-up inspection and testing of the igniters that are failing. Date to be determined. Bullet Roofing completed the downspout at the back of the arena. This was covered under warranty. The representatives from IBC Technology were in to do an inspection on the boilers. A new style igniter was recommended and ordered. I can update that has been installed. Also, an issue with the delta temperature settings was corrected on both boilers. We had a broken piece of glass on March 10th. We had a second piece of broken glass on the 14th. Both pieces of glass were replaced, and thanks to Steve and the guys for helping out with that. 4 new pieces of glass have been ordered with some new gaskets, and some zinc coated machine screws were also ordered. On March 17th, Pima hosted their second annual U7 Jamboree. The event was very busy. By all accounts, the event was a huge success with lots of positive feedback. We look forward to next year's event. Scheduling continued for the summer season. We received updated schedules for Sarnia Minor ball hockey and Sarnia Minor lacrosse. Robert Power Control was in to look at some lighting issues around the arena. We had a rink light out, shower light out, a panel light not working in the workshop, an outside light at the employee entrance. New fixtures were ordered, and I can update the bottom line. All but one were covered under warranty, obviously other than the labor cost. Email was sent to all regular ice and floor clients in regard to the upcoming rate increase for 2024-25. All user groups were also updated on the new liability insurance policy. All feedback so far has been very positive. We also secured another weekly daytime rental for next season. Preschool escape will need to be rescheduled to another day to accommodate new user. Work management, there's 3 full-time guys. We have our seasonal employee. Escape patrol has now ended. And we have our co-op student. Employee training, not to report this month. Facility activity, prime time, we're 88% booked, and on non-prime time, 84. Factors that were affecting the month of March would have been many leagues concluded their season in mid-March. Whenever minor hockey had away tournaments and out of town. March break was very busy with non-prime time rentals, and we were also closed on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Interior regular maintenance continues. Lighting issues around the facility have been addressed. 2 broken panes of glass, as mentioned earlier. Exterior, general maintenance around the building and bullet roofing with downfill. Community hall, Winter Optimus continues to manage the community hall. On March 23rd, received a call about hot water tanks not functioning again at community hall. After some tinkering, the units were up and running again. Both heaters are rentals from Reliance and probably in need of replacing based on their age. Ainsworth Technical has been contacted to provide a quote on replacing the 2 tanks with new hot water tanks or an on-demand hot water system. And I have no update on it, sorry.
You have what?
No update on this. Red and Co. continued to operate the concession stand as for the inspection. Monthly fire extinguisher AED completed. Jutesy was in for final monthly testing of the season for the condenser water and calibration of the chemical regulator. Work and pest control went through their monthly inspection. Classic Fire and Life Safety have been in contact in regard to annual fire inspection, sprinkler system inspection. The date has been confirmed. In venue advertising, we've had a few more inquiries with business advertising in the arena. Once again, I believe this is an item that may need to be looked at again in the near future. Vehicles and equipment, we still have a public works truck and new filters have been installed on the humidifier. Customer satisfaction, lots of positive comments and feedback from many of our user groups on the updated liability insurance policy. And we had lots of encouraging remarks from Pima and visiting teams during the Jamboree. Health and safety, monthly SOP reviews as assigned by the health and safety coordinator completed, nothing to report for security. Capital and operating budget, obviously the 2024 capital and operating budget was on March 21st. Thank you to Mayor and Council for all the arena capital items. Dressing room heaters ordered on March 26th from Mainzer Technical. Portable audio system ordered on March 26th from Evolution Multimedia. New hockey nets were ordered on March 28th from Hockey Nets Canada. Expected delivery will be early September. Obviously, compressor 2 overhaul has been completed. And the new batteries for the ride on Scrabble have been purchased. Closing comments. March was another busy month at the arena. Point Edward Minor Hockey hosted a very successful U7 Jamboree. All Point Edward Blackhawk teams concluded their playoffs in the last week of March. All our men's leagues concluded their season with lots of hardware being handed out. Most of our regular ice clients ended their seasons as well. A couple leagues and ice clients will stick around into the first week of April. Point Edward Skating Club began carnival rehearsal in the middle of the month in anticipation of their annual event on March 6th and 7th. On the maintenance side, we had some minor repairs completed. We'll look to start completing some of the capital items in the near future. Looking ahead to an eventful April, our final ice rentals will be Thursday, April 4th. Point Edward Skating Club will take over the arena for their annual skating carnival, April 6th and 7th. Compressors will be turned off after the show and the ice removed on Tuesday, April 9th, which is today. The compressor room will be shut down for the season on this date as well. On Wednesday, April 10th, we will welcome back the Point Edward Unification of the Cross team for another season. The home opener is scheduled for April 27th. Many of our regular summer clients are scheduled to start the following week. We are also scheduled to host the Sarnia Pop Culture Show on Sunday, April 14th. Planning will continue for the Age Friendly Expo as well, scheduled from May 1st. On the work management side, arena employees will start to transition over to Public Works in mid-April and rotate between the arena and Public Works on a weekly basis till the end of August. We're looking forward to another great summer season at the arena. If you have any questions or concerns, we'll be glad to assist.
I have a couple. First of all, Mark, is a comment, just thanks to you and all the staff and Public Works for their assistance for a good winter. I think we had a great season and I'm impressed at how fast you transitioned from ice to cement. Like when I saw there, it's lacrosse are in like tomorrow.
Morning.
Yeah, I think we were standing on ice on Sunday, so that's a good transition and good service to both user groups, so that's great. The new hockey nets are on the way. Disposal of the old ones, so it's my understanding you have a pair now.
We had a pair for, what was it called, excess
Surplus?
surplus, right? Yeah. So we could have another set. I always want to keep two, well, at least now I'll have two matching sets. The set that we're replacing, keeping, obviously. We have some from previous years. So if we can get rid of them as surplus, I could reach out and find some.
So we can do the asset disposal for that.
Yeah,
Because I've mentioned to a couple of people that we have them and I think there's a appetite out there to buy
Yeah,
them.
on another note, I don't know what shape one that the tennis courts are.
Mhm.
Right,
It might be one of the things where we can.
so sell the ones at the
And
tennis
that's
court.
hockey nets.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
It's still in
shape
pretty good shape, but we can go look at them.
Yeah.
They don't
Anyways,
see a lot of action.
we still want to end up with 8 pairs of hockey nets.
No,
to
no,
that
and-
space.
The other ones are different length, like that, sorry, like we've transitioned to a 34-inch deep hockey net.
Yeah.
And the one set out there is 44. So
Okay.
Wow.
no use to it. Wow.
Right, yeah, so we should get rid of those and.
That and even the 40-inch ones we can get rid of, and then I'll have two sets of 34-inch deep hockey net.
Okay, that'd be perfect, yeah. The community hall hot water, I hope we're gonna lean towards the on-demand, like if we can.
I reached out to Ainsworth about that and John McNaught, and he was supposed to be here last Thursday, but I haven't heard, I don't know, I don't even know if he showed up to go out there.
Okay,
Figured my,
right. Yeah, based on their recommendation, but I think we've done the whole arena into a boiler on-demand system. It seems for energy efficiency seems to put them the same way. That's why I personal opinion, but.
and I'll reach out to
Yeah.
maybe that in 5 or 2 years.
And then advertising, this has come up several times. We just don't have, we seem to have people inquire and then nothing happens. So how do we refine that
Yeah.
process?
So we're working with somebody right now on getting something. I was kind of wondering if we should kind of put some kind of promotion for it to, I mean, we still gotta get the message out to people,
Mhm.
but you know, give them the rest of this year we usually send bills in November for the coming year.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we should try and do a promotion and, you know, sign up for it now. Get your stuff in for this year and have the rest of this year for free and then start.
What I'm talking more about is when Derek gets an inquiry, he forwards it
Yeah.
here, and then
We go to.
we don't get it to completion. Like I know a couple real estate agents have reached out to Derek, and then they're anxious and interested, and we don't like having somebody that can either mail them out an information kit or a simple contract, and like,
I think everything needs to be looked at, like the costs, like. The brochures we have are dated.
Mhm.
I don't know if we can get. 2 sets of stickers for the boards for the $500 we're getting before. I don't know what the cost of that is.
Right.
It's just time too.
yeah. Cause it's 500 a year for,
So the stickers were 500, so if you buy. Red line on the
Yeah.
far side, you got the other side as well.
Right.
They mirrored.
Yeah.
The stickers were generally 200 or no, sorry, you got 4 sets of stickers for $500.
okay,
So you put 2 stickers on, they kept 2, if they got wore out, then after a
Right.
year, you can come and get them replaced. But then they paid $1,000, I believe it was $1,000. For the year
okay.
on the boards.
Yeah, so maybe to your committee, and they could come back with a report or through staff, what we should do, because I think there's a potential, because I know there's a couple real estate agents that have reached out, Point Brewery showed
Point
some
Brewery.
interest.
Very interesting.
And there was somebody else, wasn't there? I heard about it.
Paul Burgess sent me someone and I don't remember
Yeah.
if it's a real estate agent or just who it was, but
Yeah,
I can look it up.
Investment,
Could be.
so there's potentially 4 clients, and I think they're just in a holding pattern, and so if we can get some sort of a process,
report?
yeah, like, and
What a process can be.
yeah, and in what we should be charging, and
Yes.
making sure that we're covering our costs, and
Sounds good.
okay, so we have a good facility, it's busy, I
I
think,
know in the past, we had a gentleman doing it for us.
Mhm.
He got
Selling the spots.
selling the spots. He went out,
Yeah.
sold the spots, took care of getting the signs. Hey, contacted me, what's a good day to get him in? Hey, come on Monday morning, he put the signs on. And he got a commission out of it. And
Yeah.
yeah, and
it worked well till.
It did.
we almost need,
did.
we almost need sort of 2 procedures. One, if somebody walks in off the street, we would
Yeah.
also handle that internally. And somebody else out there cold calling
Yeah,
and paying, and I said before, even if we pay them a 50% commission, it's still 50 cents on the dollar that we're getting versus nothing, right?
Well,
So,
we're leaving money on the table
exactly.
that we can use.
All right, so
we'll come back.
that's all I have, yeah.
Okay, see what we're going, I have that, anything about the arena. I got nothing extra on that. Okay, no other questions?
Nope, not for here.
Okay, receive and file that report?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Move on to Public Works. Morning.
Nothing.
Public Works for ending March 31. Updates from previous month, no outstanding issues to report back on. Work management, still 4 staff. Employee training, just reviewed the SOPs. Given to you by Shelley. Operation building, nothing to report. Road sidewalks parking lot, assisted Meg with a traffic control for their survey team. They needed somebody to be out there with a flashing light, so we went out with them. Bi-weekly road reports and pothole filling continues. We replaced a sign on Front Street, which had been knocked down by a truck. Parks and public spaces, we added more barrels to Waterfront Park and the pergola with the weather getting better. And the fire truck guy coming down, working on replacing a spotlight for the sign at Christina, Michigan. With Doug assisting that, so it's kind of in his hands now. Remove some minor graffiti from the bell at Veterans Park. We had Guardian remove a large tree, from the pathway near the end of Ernest. It was, starting to show sign, it was starting to tip out of the ground. So we, tried to get ahead of that one and put rid of it. Spivey's will be happy because their pool, not guys, maybe. That's all. Rototilled all the playgrounds, cleaned up all the dead ends.
As Derek mentioned, we assisted the arena staff with a couple of broken glass. Removed the snow fence from McCray. Replaced the bulb and the shade from Pathway Light. Same area by where we had the tree cut down by Spivey's there. It's still not lit up, but Doug is supposed to go and change the fuse in it, but I've left it with him. He's hopefully gonna. I let him know a few weeks ago, so he should be getting on it now the weather's better, hopefully. We prepped McCray, dragged it kind of after the, and added some more, material where they dug the fence holes and stuff. So that's, we're hoping to do the bases in the next couple of days here, is the plan. Maybe today, if everything goes as planned. Inspections, audits, reports, nothing. Vehicles, garbage truck's been in to Carrier for its annual. Pick up the snow blade from Sandrin's, they fixed that for us, and then Battlefield was in to do the annual inspection on the Genie lift. Other motorized equipment and tools, we had the paint machine into service in Chatham. And then we also had the chipper in for its annual and service in London. Health and safety, no issues, security, no issues, capital budget. We attended the budget meeting, thanks to Corey for his exemplary work at the front desk.
Mhm. He's enjoying his time in the Steno pool.
Oh yeah, you should ask him. I'm sure.
I've signed him up for a shorthand course.
Yeah.
Let him know that.
I'm sure he'll be quite pleased. Yeah, in capital, this is probably in April, but I dropped off, I had met with the electrician and with Blue Air Fab about the panel. They came up with what they want to do, and I've dropped the panel off over at Blue Air Fab, so hopefully that's kind of in their hands now, but so it's all been, they worked it out. They know what needs to be done there, so hopefully
They're
that,
gonna be stainless?
no,
No,
not unless you want to add.
because I know
You
that was
want to find
mentioned.
six or $7,000 onto the,
So much.
I know Jay mentioned stainless, I
I don't
get it,
know what-
but there's multiple panels that the Blue Air Bridge has that are steel, painted steel, and they don't show any signs of problems. And I don't foresee, like, this is gonna be powder coated steel,
You know,
it's gonna last 25 years. I don't see it needing to be stainless unless, like, stainless will, like, we're at about a $6,000 budget, I believe, 5.5. That'll double at least, so I don't know if you want to spend 12 or 15 grand to make it stainless.
Yeah, I didn't remember where we ended up on that. That's all.
No, he just mentioned this, you know, nobody, I didn't price it in stainless for that reason, because I didn't want to hear no. Honestly, I don't.
From us?
Yeah, I don't see how a powder coated steel,
Yeah.
you know, it's not, the one that the golf course has a panel down there. A box for their pump.
Right.
It's fine,
Yeah.
the sprinklers, and the lights, like the Blue Air Bridge light, will just regular steel. I use that as so you can see fire.
That's fine, I just thought, you know,
Yeah, no, Jay had brought it up, but I didn't even explore the stainless just because of cost of it.
that's good.
Yeah, and I also, I've ordered, well, actually, we ordered and have received the picnic tables, so we're in the
Oh, they're
process.
in
of
now,
it.
too.
We've got 5 of them built now.
what did you end up going with?
We got 3 different kinds, so we've got they're all the
Opposite?
the recycled, like,
Yeah.
with the composite, so we've got. They look like, we've got 5 that look like regular picnic tables.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got 2 long, like Jim and I discussed what to get, and we got these 8-footers, but you walk in. They're long, they're big and heavy ones, and then we've got 4 octagonal, but they're all accessibilities ones. So we've got 4, so we're gonna do those on the pads, Jim and I discussed, we're gonna do 2 accessible octagonals on the pad,
Mm-hmm.
and then the long 8-footer. And do the same on each pad, so there'll be lots of.
How many of these did you get?
We've got 2, 2 8s are, and they're over 350 pounds. these
Yeah,
things, so,
They're solid.
yeah, they're huge.
And they're composite, what's the framing? Is it like?
That's composite too, except the 5 that we got are galvanized,
So, okay,
yeah,
Yeah, the ones will be on the grass or.
those are the ones that'll be like, that people can move around. you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, And then, so the octagonals will be exactly the same as what we have at the splash pad.
Yep.
But they'll all be accessible.
Right.
So we have 15 at the splash pad and 3 are accessible. So this'll add 4 more accessible tables to Fun Park.
Perfect.
So I think that's,
Choice.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna put them on there and see how they look. I won't anchor them down until we decide that it makes sense for them all to be there, so. Cause we could always steal an octagonal from the splash pad and
Mhm.
we got lots of wiggle room to,
There's some flexibility.
yeah, right, but we wanna make it so that it's. The concrete pads are used.
Yeah.
For that, so.
And then some of the worst shaped ones will be removed from,
Yeah, well, we've already done that, and then we pressure washed a lot of the older wood ones and we put those by the fry truck.
okay,
So he now has 6 that have been washed. And they're not, they're still in okay shape, they're not perfect, but they're definitely usable.
Yeah.
Cause they'll get covered in ketchup and different things
Yeah,
like that,
exactly.
so. And then what we're gonna do is probably take the 2 that are on the concrete pad now. And move about those by the portable washroom that he has, so that'll give him 8 tables supplied by us,
Mhm.
by his truck, which I think should be lots.
Yep.
And then we'll distribute those other ones that we bought in amongst, like there's one by the playground now, so we may move that one out, put a new one there. We haven't really discussed where those ones are gonna go, whether they're gonna go in the park, but we can take the wood ones and put them in the parks too, right, if we wanted to. But that's another day. Community feedback, haven't heard too much, which is always a good thing. Looking ahead, interviewed and hired 4 summer students to start in early May. St. Clair roadway reconstruction firm preparing to break ground. Compost started.
yes,
April
thank you.
3rd.
I missed that.
Did you? Yeah.
I might have,
It's unfortunate. A lot of people did, I think.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
I think tomorrow is gonna be a little different, because it was a nicer weekend.
well, that, the day you were collecting, I came home and I came off the highway around 11 and the truck was still in the car. I thought,
Yeah.
the truck hadn't even got out yet, and then I know she picked it all up and
Well,
record
yeah,
time.
because we're still in there early, so we get it dumped, so we can go out right away. in the
Yeah, yeah,
morning, Right, so
yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
put A good jump on it, so we don't have to go and dump the garbage, we can have
Yeah.
that done before.
Yeah.
Right. And then spring preparations with the fields and garden maintenance, so I also got the tennis court nets up there last week. So.
Nice.
So
In
they're open.
anticipation of the good weather, so they're open and rolling. I'm
So
sure
the
they're gonna
first one
use
was-
today.
First one you said was being used while you're.
Oh,
putting
yeah,
up the
while we
second
were
one.
putting the second net up, 2 people came and started using the
Oh,
other.
really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, and we had a couple problems with it, but we were able to fix the hand crank on it. We had to take it apart, but we got it fixed, so.
Good.
Closing comments, March has come in like a lamb, but leaves like a lion. Everyone is looking forward to roadway reconstruction on St. Clair. And hope there is few hiccups as possible. And then also, I'm sure we've got Gasman going down Victoria too, so it's gonna be an interesting something.
Mhm.
Lots of flags.
Hmm.
So, it's a lot of flags.
So I said, 2 quick questions. Washroom opening, we're gonna get inquiries, when is that scheduled?
Well, I haven't scheduled, we normally do it middle of May.
Middle of May.
Every year
Yeah.
we've done it middle of May. I've talked to Jim about it. I need some, if people want them open early, I need some time because I gotta get the plumbers in there.
Mhm.
They've gotta redo, like they gotta put the meters in, they've gotta put all the valves back on.
Mhm.
I mean,
And with the way, I just know we're gonna start getting
Oh, yeah,
inquiries.
but it's a
right?
gamble.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been getting them for a month
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so,
already, like it's.
and at least we have a portable there's an alternative.
We do,
And
but
the-
it's at the spot pad, right?
Yeah, and the fry truck guy has his too,
Yeah, but
so,
when he's not there, it's locked,
oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, I've heard complaints about that.
Yeah, oh,
but that's not ours.
That's
Yeah.
not, I told them that's it.
Like I said to Jim, like if we had to get that much, like, I mean, that one that we have is $333, I believe, a month. So we could order one and have it put down by the. Like if we were worried about getting full, like if we open them and then it freezes, we're in for it.
Yep.
Like, and I remember when that happened to Paul, it was thousands of dollars.
So it happened to Lodge
And
as well.
downtime.
Yeah.
For the
Well, yeah.
bathrooms as well, right?
And cleaning costs, right? You don't, you're $2,000 a month, it's great, so. But.
Yeah. And then my second question, so I've had some good positive feedback about the backstop at McCray.
Yeah.
So people quite like it. And it'd be great when the bases are in, but I thought the original plan showed gates to the dugout area. Yeah, there's no gates
There
there.
was never gates there in the
Mhm.
first place, so all we did was.
I know they were in the first place, but I thought the first drawing or quote we had showed
They
gates.
might have, we didn't go with them though,
Okay,
right? We didn't go with Lambton Fence, we went with Moore.
right,
There's a gate further down, right?
Yes.
Field, there's a
Yeah.
gate, but there's never gates by the dugouts.
okay,
So we just went with, like,
Okay.
we asked for what was there, but we wanted those fences at 6 feet
yeah,
behind the dugouts. So
Yeah.
that people aren't wearing them in the teeth.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
okay, that's all.
no, there, Forest quote didn't have the.
Okay.
I've
That's
got
all.
one question. The boulevard tree on St. Clair, just before Alexandra, on the east side, it's a huge tree. Is that
Maple?
Right on the curve.
Yeah.
Is that coming out?
Nope.
Gonna stay? Cause I thought that was a visible hazard. I didn't-
Well, that would have to be, all I know, I thought it was probably coming down, and when I asked Lydia about it, she said no.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've worked it out somehow, and then also the lady that lives there said her father planted it or something, or.
To my understanding, the road will be moving and there'll be more space in front of the tree, so that reduces the hazard from sightlines is what
I
I,
know it's been mentioned in the past. as
Yeah.
being a
It's
hazard.
one of those ones that, you know, I'm sure it has a sentimental value to somebody, but I wouldn't hurt my feelings if it was gone.
Yeah.
But, cause it's something so crazy, but. I mean, it's obviously somebody's done some research on it, decided it's okay.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask the question.
I asked the same question.
Okay. I have no other questions. So.
Okay.
Receive and file that report
yes, please.
here. St. Clair and White Street reconstruction update. CEO Burns.
So just nothing really to add to what was circulated there, just mostly preparation and planning work, but that should change very soon.
Yeah. I know everybody's getting antsy.
Yeah.
We're in the second week of the month.
Yeah, we haven't had a large uptake on the loan program. I think I said 6 or 8. But I think we should maintain it. Like if somebody comes in still, I think we should entertain the possibility of still doing the loan program with them. So
Yeah, comments?
Yeah, in regards to the water service, should we be following up with the ones that haven't shown interest, just like, and better explaining the impact of not doing it and the fact that their current service is inadequate, they can go to 3/4, it'll prevent freezing. I wonder if some of them don't understand the opportunity, but as we've said before, even when the road construction is done, they can still
Yeah.
replace their line. It's not like it has to be like their front yards can be ripped open and it's a good time. So it's just that it does make sense, and especially going to 3/4 inch service and
or inch.
or inch, yeah, into freezing
Yeah.
issue, but
I mean, it doesn't hurt to reach out to people again. I think I don't have the letter in front of me right now. I thought the letter explained that reasonably well, but you know, the people that come in mention about freezing, they understand that, and you know, understand that it is an issue for people in that area. Some of them have dealt with it and some of them haven't, but they understand that there is a concern.
like I know, so the deadline was April 2nd. I just wonder if we should write a letter out to those that haven't indicated and say, our deadline is passed. However, given the importance of this this upgrade, we would like to extend it to whatever, so that you can give it proper consideration, or I don't know. I just think that I would just hate to get all this done and then somebody comes to us because their line froze.
Mhm.
And although it is their responsibility, but do they fully understand the potential impact or? But as I keep reminding myself that it can be done after the fact, so it's not like,
Yeah.
because they're not going to dig up the sidewalk or destroy anything, so it's not like it's related to that, so. That's all. And I'll be glad when they lift up the first piece of pavement and actually look like we're rebuilding a road.
I'll be glad when they lay down the last piece.
Yes, yeah, we're both from different perspectives on this, yeah.
He was out there today.
What are they doing today?
He was just, I think, just shooting, he was out looking at plans and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Right.
They had their water line delivered. While we took it at our shop.
Yeah.
It made more sense to be at our shop.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm putting it out at the road for them tomorrow morning, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just stopped and asked them what he wanted.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be great, so
Good.
I'm just gonna take it out of our yard and stick it out by the road.
Good.
That's a start. Sort of a start.
Yeah, yeah,
That is sort of a start. Okay, if there's no more on that,
that's all I have. Thank
receive
you.
file,
Yep. Wonderful.
thank you. Any more new business? Anybody have anything?
Nope, nothing
Okay,
good.
we'll move on. Arena financial report. Is there anything?
No, just the same question I had at fire, so.
Yeah.
We got addressed that, so
Okay, so I'll move that we receive and file the financial statements
Yep.
for Arena.
agreed.
Public Works,
Yeah, same thing.
an issue there. Yeah, I have one question. The backstop. Are all the bills in on that? Steve, do you know?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so we came in under budget. We're at 44.9 versus 58.9, so we saved 14 grand.
That's because we didn't put gates in.
I'm just
That's
wondering,
all right.
because I know sometimes we get staggered, so that's a good thing.
As far as I know, there, and I could reach out to make sure, but I'm sure we've got,
It'd be mainly one big
It
bill.
would
Yeah,
think it'd be
it was.
one, right?
I think we got two, right, cause the.
I don't even know.
Well, no, but the
Park.
backstop for the
Mhm.
hockey spot was.
So that's been,
That's done and,
That's done
and
and
they
paid?
submitted the bill for
Okay.
that. And I believe, I don't think, there's nothing else that they need to do, so
well, I just,
maybe it didn't take as long as he thought.
that's a good news story.
There's
think
money
so.
left over. I wonder if we should be looking at, so the fence along Michigan.
Yeah.
Looks better than it is because one year Paul had the students painted.
Yeah,
They were there.
but if we're gonna look at park fences, I think we need to look at all the parks.
Yeah.
Because Simple Street is probably the worst fence right now
Where's Simpson?
on Simpson Street.
And the fence along Alexandra where that old tree was.
Yeah.
Like it's at end of life, right? So,
That
so if we have
little-
money, we might want to,
That little 4-footer you mean?
yeah, that goes along there. It's like it bows out. And it's,
Yeah, I can see it more like we can put it in on that budget.
that's what I think. If it's underspent, maybe Steve can prioritize
Yeah,
a couple fences and I know 14,000 is not gonna get you very far, but.
No, well, it'll replace some.
well,
Yeah,
we'll follow up with War first off, make sure there isn't an outstanding bill coming.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we can do some,
yeah,
Cause we could
Okay.
even just replace that, like paint the poles and just replace
Yeah,
the fence there.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, like the fencing, the poles are great. And yeah, just
Yeah.
strip it off the chain link, paint it, and then run a new chain link on it would be, it
Yeah.
would make it look nice.
Especially now that tree's gone.
Yeah. And with that chain link on, you might be able to get more of the stump out too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. They already grounded out, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Okay,
But yeah, and I'll call Jeff and make sure.
thanks, Steve.
So we can use that money?
Well,
Well,
talk.
to see,
yeah, that's
Okay.
a Jim decision.
just bringing it up, right?
Yeah, no, I
It's
just
sitting
don't want-
there, if we can find a use for it,
Yeah.
we've already
Okay,
dedicated the
that'll
money
be-
to it, to be
At
spent.
some point in time, we can go do an assessment of the fences in the parks, some of them.
Okay.
There's a couple that are starting to, that are, like say Simpson, that borders the very back. The people that back on from Light Street.
Right.
Is probably as bad or worse than that 4-foot.
Okay.
Receive and file.
Yep.
Thank you. There's no other business items. The next meeting date will be May 14th, 10 AM. And move to adjourn.
Yep.
Thank you.